Hello everyone, Dana here from Dana's Electrical Services, and in today's video I have this Samsung 22 cubic side-by-side refrigerator with ice and water dispenser. And what I will be doing today is showing you how to connect the water line to this refrigerator so your water dispenser and ice maker can work. And if we look to the back of the refrigerator right here, we can see the inlet line to the refrigerator. So what I will be doing is I will be connecting a water line, but I'll take my water line from outside, right? So I actually have my drill here loaded and ready to bore through that masonry wall, right? And I have all my other fixtures that I will need that came with the refrigerator. So if I could just quickly run through them. So my hose that came with the refrigerator, right? And the check valve, and we'll soon get to it, but as you can see, we have to be careful. We have to be careful with the check valve because it actually goes in a specific direction. Obviously, if you know how check valves work. So the white line should be connected to your inlet from the city, and the blue line we will connect it to our refrigerator, and we'll soon get into the details of how we do that, right? But as I tell you before, I currently doesn't have a water line, so let's go. Hey doggy. So this is the back of where our refrigerator is outside, right? So we're actually gonna run a water line come all the way to here, and currently it's a far run, right? A very far run, but that part is not really necessary. I'm just gonna bring the line come to this point and then show you how we take it from there. So stay tuned, guys. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bore my hole through which my water inlet will come through the wall, and it is right about there based on where I measure it to be. It's right about here. So let's do that. That's the first thing we're gonna do. So let's go. Plug this in, and I think it's about there. So let's go. Tile is a bit hollow. Now that we are through the tile, now it's time to go through the wall. At that point where I'll go right through the wall. I'm trying not to push on it too hard because I don't want the outside of the wall to break off too big. I still feel like I end up punching through it too hard right at the end here, but let's go outside and look how it is. By the way, guys, with the correct tool, work like this shouldn't be that difficult. So let's see what's going on outside. Not bad, not bad. So we have a little breakaway right here, but that's not bad. That's not very bad. Right, could have been a little neater, but we can live with that. So in the meantime, I don't think I'm going to show you guys this part, but in the meantime, I'm going to bring my water line come all the way up to here. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So this is where we are now. That is the hole, and we run our water line, our water inlet line, all the way, what, about 60 feet away. See it going there, and this is the point that I'm going to start show you what is going on again. Right, I think this is a good point for you to see where we are now and what is left to be done. All right, so we have this right here. Right, we get this in our fittings that we get, and we got the rubber washer for it to go inside here. Right, so because we have this, we need something to connect it on, so we went ahead and buy this, which is which you call a pipe cock. Right, so we had to buy a pipe cock. Right, so let's go ahead and connect our pipe cock. So I have my 1/2-inch female adapter, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on this. Right, so now that we put that on, we're gonna screw this into this, but I'm gonna need some thread tape. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my thread tape and put the thread tape on that. Okay, so we get our thread tape or Teflon tape, and we're gonna wrap it on this. And the correct way to wrap the thread in is in the same direction that the pipe will rotate in the socket, is the same direction we wrap the thread tape. Right, so because we will screw it in like this, so we send the thread tape around it like this, because if the thread tape is going in the opposite direction, it's gonna cause a little issue. Right, so that should be enough. And go ahead and screw this in. And the reason why I stop this, I bring the pipe up here even though the hole is here, is because I want this tube, I want this tube, I don't want the bend to be too sharp. Right, so I think this is a good amount of length so we can get a good turn and don't have to make a sharp turn. So go ahead, screw this in. So we're good like this. I'm probably gonna have to secure, well, not probably, I'm gonna have to put a strap probably lower part down here, so you can still get some flex to turn our top on and off, and secure it, because I have dogs and I think the dogs might cause some damage to this. Right, don't want them to break it off. So my top is off. And then we have this part right here. So this is our check valve. Right, as I told you before, the blue part should be inside, and then the white part is outside. Right, so I'm going to have this part inside because I don't want much of this outside. I think I was a bit out of the lens. So this is our check valve, right? And the water should flow in this direction. So the blue part should be inside, connected to our fridge, and the white part should be outside, connecting to our top right here, right? I'm gonna let the check valve be inside because I don't want all of this to be outside, because I said I have the dogs and I don't want them to damage it. So I'm going to put my check valve part inside. So I'm just gonna go inside and then I'm gonna push it through. I'm gonna push the white part through and leave all of this inside. Okay, so now it's outside, right? And for safety reason, I'm gonna leave some amount, probably about this. So use my utility knife, cut it like that, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and fold it. And I have this right here, right? So this is going to be connected to this. So how do we connect it? We have this part. I'm gonna go ahead and screw it off, and then you're gonna put this part over your hose. So I put this part over my hose, and then this part right here, I'm going to force it inside of the hose, right? So like that. You force it inside of the hose, then I screw it down so it's tightly fit. You can also use an adjustable or a spanner to ensure that it's tight if you are not as strong as me. Just kidding. But that is tightly secured, right? I'm gonna put my gasket inside, and then I can screw it on to my top. Right? So that's us right there, and everything is good to go out here. So we just turn this on when we want, or turn it off when we need. Alright, and we have all these hose leads. So let's go inside now and make our connection inside. Alright, so this is us inside, right? And again, we have this piece right here. Screw it off, and we put it over our hose, right? We're gonna push it on, but before we do that, I'm going to I don't want the hose to be dangling all over, so I'm just gonna loop it like this, right? Then I go ahead, force it on. Hope you can see that. Force it on, then we screw all the way down. You can use a spanner again, or adjustable, whichever one, or pipe wrench or whatever it may be. And that is it, guys. Remember, our check valve, the direction in which it should flow, right? There's an arrow on it, so you got to check the arrow and ensure that it's flowing in the right direction. And once we turn on our tap and water is coming from our pipe, then we should be good to go. So there you have it, guys. This was another video brought to you by Danhaz Electrical Services. For more videos like these, please feel free to subscribe to my channel at Danhaz Electrical Services. Thank you.
Bye.